is developing in that matter in a democratic framework. The mantra of the journey is to advance, as Prime Minister Modi says, to advance on the two legs of technology and tradition. And the youth can surely be a defining factor in the pace of that endeavor and the realization of our goals. So once again, I welcome you to Bhubaneswar. I welcome you to the PBD 2025. I'm sure all of you will have a remarkable next few days ahead. I thank you for your attention. Jai Jagannath, Jai Bharat, Jai Hind.
Thank you, Honorable Minister of External Affairs, Dr. S. Jaishankarji, for motivating us, for enlightening us. Bharat ke Videsh Mantri, Dr. S. Jaishankarji. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I would humbly request Honorable Chief Minister of Odisha, Shri Mohan Majhi ji, to kindly deliver your address.
Youth, Honorable Union Minister of State for External Affairs, Sri Pavitra Margarita ji, समस्तंकु नमस्कार। मु सारा ओडिशावासी तरफरु आपण मानंकु समस्तंकु ओडिशा को एवं मंदिर मालिनी सहर भुवनेश्वर को स्वागत करुछि। आपण मानंकर उपस्थिति आज भुवनेश्वर रे आनिछि आनंदर लहरी, खुशीर संभार। एही किछि दिन धरी ओडिशावासी अजस्र स्नेह और श्रद्धार सहित आपण मानंक अपेक्षारे थिले। आज से अपेक्षार अंत होइछि। मु आशा करुछि भुवनेश्वर रे प्रथम थर पाई अनुष्ठित ही उत्सव आपण मानंक पाई एवं आम पाई जीवनर एक अभूला स्मृति है रही। वेलकम टू द लैंड ऑफ लॉर्ड जगन्नाथ। वेलकम टू ओडिशा एंड टू द सिटी ऑफ टेम्पल सिटी ऑफ Bhubaneswar. Bhubaneswar is now ready to welcome you in every corner and at every square. Whether it is through cultural exchanges, business ventures, or educational collaborations, we welcome your ideas, investments, and entrepreneurship. In Odisha, opportunities abound in sectors such as technology, renewable energy, infrastructure development, education, and tourism. We also value the role of the diaspora in promoting brand Odisha globally. You are our ambassadors, bridging cultures and creating opportunities for Odisha on the world stage. प्रिय मित्रों,
Majhi, Chief Minister of Odisha, Honorable Dr. Jaishankarji, Minister of External Affairs, Honorable Dr. Mansukh Mandviyaji, Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports, Dr. Dev Pragatji, CEO and co-founder Newsweek from the USA, Honorable Kirtivardhanji, Minister of State of External Affairs, Honorable Dr. Pratibha Margarita, Minister of State for External Affairs, distinguished dignitaries, distinguished Pravasi Bharatiya delegates, ladies and gentlemen, I am deeply honored and privileged to stand before you today to extend heartfelt gratitude on behalf of the organizing committee and all dignitaries guests at the 18th Yuva Pravasi Bharatiya Divas held in Bhubaneswar. First and foremost, I could like to express our sincere thanks to our esteemed chief guest, Honorable Shri Mohan Majhi, Chief Minister of Odisha, your and forward-looking vision of the state of Odisha, for which we are all deeply grateful. We are privileged to have been graced by the insightful words of Honorable Dr. Jai Shankarji, Minister of External Affairs. Your guidance and unwavering support for our global Indian diaspora have truly made this event a milestone in strengthening the bonds, for highlighting the importance of empowering our youth and ensuring they have tools to become tomorrow leaders. We also extend our heartfelt appreciation to Honorable Dr. Prabitaji Margarita, Minister of State for External Affairs, for sharing his and abroad. Your perspective have unfortunately inspired all of us today. We are also grateful to the special guest Dr. Dev Pragatji, CEO and co-founder Newsweek from the USA, for sharing his valuable thought from various corners of the world to join us in this special celebration. You are the true ambassador of India, carrying our culture, value, and inspiration to all corners of globe. It is because of you that the spirit of India resonates so strongly across the nation. Our special mention must be made of the youth of India who participate in the inaugural dynamic and promising future of our nation. We could like also to convey our sincere appreciation to the media personnel who have covered this event with such professionalism, ensuring the message of 18 Yuva Pravasi Bharati Divas reach millions of people around the world. We extend our heartfelt thanks to the team of Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, comprising NYKS, NSS, for their continuous effort and invaluable support in making this event in source success. Their coordination and commitment have been instrumental in bringing together such an enriching gathering. Our gratitude also goes to Minister of External Affairs for their seamless collaboration and unwavering commitment to the Pravasi Bharatiya community. A very special thanks to Government of Odisha for their spectacular arrangement, which have ensured that every aspect of their event has been conducted with almost excellence. Your hospitality has been extraordinary. Last but not least, our appreciation goes to the NIC for their technical support in of an event, but as a partner in a larger mission, a mission of progress, unity, prosperity for India and its diaspora. Once again, thank you. Jai Jagannath, Jai Hind.
Thank you, ma'am. Honorable Minister of State for Youth Affairs and Sports, Government of India, Ms. Raksha Nikhil Kharse ji, for the closing remarks. And before we wrap up, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to share with you that now there will be a tea break for 15 minutes. और अभी जैसे ओडिशा के माननीय मुख्यमंत्री for you, beyond borders, diaspora youth leadership in a globalized world. Honorable Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports will be the moderator. And we'll also have panel of eminent personalities in this session. We'll also be having a panel session, a joint business session between Ministry of External Affairs and State Government of Odisha. Honorable Chief Minister of Odisha, Shri Mohan Majhi ji, and Honorable Minister of External Affairs, Dr. S. Jai Shankarji, will interact with the members of the Indian diaspora involved in business, especially from Odisha. And the venue for this session will be Swasti Premium. So for now, we thank all our dignitaries.
मिलियन भारतवासी जो हमारे प्रवासी भारतीय है, हम सब लोग देश के लिए, भारत को विकसित बनाने के लिए अपनी अपनी तरह से अपने में दुनिया के सामने लाए, यही आप सबसे अपेक्षा है। आप सबको मेरी ओर से हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं। धन्यवाद।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद माननीय युवा कार्यक्रम एवं खेल मंत्री भारत सरकार डॉक्टर मनसुख मांडविया जी, आपके संबोधन के लिए, आपके उद्बोधन के लिए। माननीय मंत्री जी ने विकसित भारत का जिक्र किया और 18वें प्रवासी भारतीय दिवस का थीम भी है डायस्पोरा's कंट्रीब्यूशन टू अ विकसित। Our guest of honor of Youth Pravasi Bharatiya Divas is Mr. Dev Pragarji. He is from USA. He is President, CEO and co-founder of Newsweek. Dr. Dev Pragarji was born in India and he grew up in United Kingdom. He did his bachelor's in computer sciences and PhD in mobile internet. He also holds an executive program diploma from Harvard Business School. Dr. Dev Pragar's leadership has resulted in Newsweek reaching over 100 million monthly readers and achieving profitability. May I request Dr. Dev Pragarji to kindly address the August gathering. Dr. Dev Pragarji.
External Affairs Minister, Dr. Mansukh Mandavia, Honorable Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports, Shri Mohan Majhi, Honorable Chief Minister of Odisha, Shri Pabitra Margarita, Honorable Minister of State for distinguished guests, and to the reason for the significant gathering today, my dear young global Indians. Namaste. 18th Pravasi Bharatiya Divas, a platform that exemplifies the strength and unity of our Indian diaspora, whose achievements continue to inspire and elevate India's standing globally. It is a great privilege to be in this forum and in the company of your previous honorees, leaders of the global Indian diaspora that has shaped and is shaping so much of our common future. My story is quintessentially American. The striving immigrant with a dream, pulling off a business turnaround of an iconic American brand against impossible odds in New York City, the city that never sleeps. Today, as a family, we are proud American citizens. Yet, it is also a quintessentially Indian story. In fact, as many Americans of Indian descent will attest, the Indian heritage did much to make the American success possible. So let's begin with my Indian story. I was born in 1984 in the South Indian city of Coimbatore in Tamil Nadu. I am Indian by birth, heritage, and culture. I spent the first 11 years of my life here in India. The memories and culture of this land are deeply engraved in me. Indian food is my go-to comfort food. My parents emigrated from India when I was 11 years old, briefly to the Middle East before settling in London, England. My father is an IIT graduate who became a professor. Education played a major role in our family. Like many from the Indian community, I obtained an engineering degree, followed it with a PhD from King's College, London, whose current president and vice chancellor, Satish Kapoor, who's a good friend of mine, is also of Indian origin. My first stint in media was in London, where I learned the nuances of digital media and the advertising business. United States end up in the Silicon Valley. I borrowed many ideas from the Valley. We run Newsweek on OKRs, the business management framework that made tech giants like Intel and Google so successful. We turned our journalism's mission into products, including Fairness Meter and Trust Meter. Others are beginning to follow our footsteps. My engineers' instincts have set us on a path to build a platform, and AI is at the heart of everything we do today. Yes, I know this beats the stereotype. This is exactly what you would expect an Indian engineering guy to do with a 92-year-old print brand. Yet we are thriving in print too. Our print edition is profitable, published more frequently than any other American newsweekly. I was humbled when two Harvard Business School professors wrote a case study on my work in turning around Newsweek a few years ago. Today, my leadership and turnaround of Newsweek are taught at the esteemed Harvard Business School to many aspiring business leaders. As some of you may know, the dean at the Harvard Business School, Shrikant Dattar, also a good friend, is from India as well. So are many distinguished professors at that school. That is another unexpected concomitant of my Indian-inspired success story. Newsweek's transition has positioned it to offer the American public a fresh perspective on the rise of India. Newsweek is a global brand with a proud and deep American roots. India has its many problems and challenges, and we are committed to chronicling them fairly for our American audience. That is core to our mission. But we all know that problems and challenges are only part of the Indian story. There are also enormous opportunities, astounding innovations, tales of courage and unimaginable progress, and history-making breakthroughs. Then there are also common democratic values and increasingly shared geopolitical interests between our two countries. Our commitment to fairly chronicling every story from every perspective gives Newsweek a unique opportunity to tell the whole story of modern India to an American and global public that understands little about the rising global giant. As we prepare the next chapter of the Newsweek story, you can see that my story is uniquely American and also uniquely Indian at the same time. I must warn you though, that it's not unique after all. An American company with an Indian origin CEO is no longer a particularly unusual phenomenon. There are so many of us that much ink is spilled in academia and media on what could possibly be so special about CEOs of Indian heritage. The editors of Newsweek have started reporting on this subject too. One of them shared an anecdote from his notes. There was a time that if you were Indian, you could not become a CEO. Now, you're more likely to become a CEO if you are Indian. There are many factors at play here, and far too many to recount, including hard work, talent, a devotion to education, and the fact that for decades, India had sent many of its brightest minds out into the world. This phenomenon may not continue for much longer as the next generation chooses to remain here and build India. But let me offer one observation from my relatively humble experience. As an Indian-born immigrant to the United States, I'm able to see and adapt to the very best in both societies. For me, both cultures and systems represent glasses that are well more than half full. The optimism and resilience of these two great nations helped me write this new chapter in Newsweek's storied history in a globalized world. Thank you very much